Yes, hello, hi, hello, yes, hello, hi, it's me. The creator of the EP Half Baked, but Still Against Nazis and Meanie Heads. And I'm going to be talking about the making of that EP in some detail. I've never done something like this before, but as you can see, I've responded to every comment on it. I was expecting there to be no listeners whatsoever, and I was expecting any listener to just hate it or talk a bunch of shit about it. And I did get a few of those comments, but I also got a few who kind of liked the music. So thank you. Thank you to both of you. Both types of people who like it or hate it. Okay. So I guess explaining the making of the album, or EP, however you want to say it, I first of all will go over the album cover. That is a picture of my dorm bathroom. It's just me and my roommates. So it's not like it's because somebody, when they saw it, they're like, "Are you sure you're not laying in somebody's piss?" And it's like, I might be laying in my own piss. It's just me and my roommates. It's not an actual public bathroom. And the orientation was intentionally made to be very confusing. I flipped it over 90 degrees. If you're wondering what's happening, if you still can't tell, I'm laying by the sink. I'm laying on the floor and I have my legs up on the wall. The outside wall of where the shower would be. And a lot of people, when they saw it, told me, like, oh yeah, that's making me dizzy. It's like, yeah, mission accomplished. And you can also see that the thumbnail of this video is, I guess, an alternative take of it. I took it the day before, actually, with the light on. But I didn't do as much editing to that, obviously. Okay, getting into the songs. The first two songs I made a little while back, not too long ago. But pretty much it was just, I was just really bored, and that's why I made it. The first song was kind of just meant to be inspired by fucking shitty grindcore music. I say shitty, but I mean shitty in a good way. It sounds like shit, but that's why it's good. So, if you're wondering what the actual sounds are, it's basically, first of all, it's me playing my keyboard, and my keyboard genuinely just sounds like stock piano sound effects. It sounds really bad. And then it transitions into a drum beat, which I made online with some shitty drum beat maker, and then I just added a bunch of reverb in Audacity. That being said, the part later on in the song is also my guitar, but I also just edited it a bunch so it sounded like complete shit. Moving on to the next song, it's another drum beat that I made just on an online drum maker with a bunch of reverb added. I'm trying to think. I don't even remember that one that well. Oh yeah, that one was also my guitar playing, but I was actually attempting to play on beat that time. And then later on at the end when the drums have like that horrible sound effect on them, I was trying to replicate the sound that you can make with your ears. I don't know if that makes any sense or if anybody knows what I'm talking about, but you can shut your eyes and like move the inside of your eardrum, sort of. It's like kind of the sound when you have water in your ears. And I can make that sound in my ears, and that's sort of what the end of that song sounds like. Moving on to the third one, actually by far the oldest song. I think it was made at the end of 2023, but I re-recorded it. Pretty much, I used to be in a band a while back, from 2023 to 2024, and I had a DistroKid account, which is one of the distributors to get your music on Spotify. And it had two accounts that came with it on the tier that I had. So I had the band account, and then I had my own personal one where I wrote that song. But once I left the band, they had control of that, so they deleted all of the songs that were on my personal account. But that one I still remembered exactly how to play, so I just re recorded it because I wanted to put it in here. The fourth song, which I don't really feel like saying the title of, basically that's definitely the most meaningful song out of all of these. Like the first two are obviously meant to be political in a way, just based off of the. Well, actually, you wouldn't know that. When I originally released them, I released them on a different account a long time ago. Those two, And it had a picture of a KKK member being lit on fire. So it was very obvious, the political message of it. Anyway, as I was saying, the fourth song, which I'm not going to say the title of, it's definitely the most personal one, technically speaking, or maybe the last one. It's describing an experience that I had in middle school where I had this friend. I don't know why I was friends with him, but I had this friend who was genuinely racist and would try to be racist towards me, but he didn't really know what race I was. He just knew that I was white and something else that wasn't white. But then I hung out with him and he met my dad. And first of all, he called me the N word because he thought that my dad was black. And I'm like, no, he's not. I'm like, he's not black, he's Filipino. And then he called me, the word that's in the title of that song. Which, looking back on it, is just funny because that's just how racists are. They don't even really know what they're saying half the time. And as for the last song, that one was completely improvised as I wrote it, which is partially why the guitar playing is so bad, because I didn't really know what chord I was going to play next. The only two that I sort of wrote were just the first two, which are triads, high E triads, I think. I could remember how to play it if I thought about it. Sorry, that's my timer. I have laundry to do. Shit, I should have waited. Anyway, as I was saying, that one was completely improvised. The singing was also improvised, which is why I'm off key, and half of the time I'm singing, half of it is just talking. I have a friend who says that he unironically likes that one, which is nice. Okay. Yeah, the announcements. I got another account for Spotify. So this music's going to be up on Spotify. It's going to be up on Spotify within the next few days or so. And as well as every other streaming platform. Apple Music, iTunes, fucking YouTube Music. Although it won't be linked to this account, at least for a while, because that's usually pretty delayed. So as for what's going to be happening next, I plan to sort of, if I can get people together in real life, because the band I was previously in was an online band, and that's just pretty miserable. So if I can get people together for a band in real life, at least some of the songs will be a bit more cohesive, kind of more straightforward hardcore punk, with the occasional song that's like this EP. But for now, I plan on keeping it sort of chaotic like this. It was originally meant to have 7 songs, but 2 of them I scrapped for a later date because I felt like it would fit better later on. You'll see. One of the songs is going to be called HIV Positive Neo-Nazi, so that's, I guess, a sneak peek, if you can really call it that. I don't have any demos to share for this. Anyway, I'm about ready to wrap this up. I don't know exactly what I should have gone over. If you have any additional questions in the comments, I will gladly answer them. And goodbye.